one down. I know somebody who won't be having any...
I'm starting to feel funny.
Well, I feel fine. I guess I'm gonna...
Oh, boy! That means I win! I get to eat...
Oh, God! Why didn't anybody tell me? Oh, my God! My insides are on fire! No, please! No more! No more! Oh, one down.
Let's turn on to Alan's. All right, we're in the woods. I need you to do what I'm saying. Please, put your hands out the window. We don't want to hurt you. We want you to be safe.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Okay. Let me figure out how to turn this thing up.
Okay, are you having an emergency, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you tell me where you
are?
You're on the phone with 911?
I'm on the phone with 911 right now.
You are? Okay.
Okay, can you tell me where you are? Are you near an intersection or an address?
No, I'm not. Where am I? Yes, I'm surrounded by cops with guns drawn on me.
Down the shield over here.
Okay.
You got your hands.
Understood.
Nope, just stay here. You don't need to poke your head out there until it tells you it's coming.
Understand. Just keep walking.
You're good.
Yep.
You're
Hands
good.
up. Just keep walking towards us.
You're good. Keep walking, buddy. I got cuffs. Turn around.
Stop right there, John. Stop right there, John.
All right,
John, stop. I got you. We're gonna. You got the cuffs?
Come on. Walk back. But I told you we weren't going to hurt you, so we're glad you listened to us. All right? Let these guys take care of you.
All right, Barry. Just have him come up the road. Hey, assist me with his hand. All right, John. We're gonna walk.
You do anything, this dog's gonna bite you! Get on the ground!
New video of Lee County deputies arresting a man who was accused of killing one woman and trying to kill another woman in Lehigh Acres.
The deputies say one woman fought off this man, Wycliffe Longin, and called 911. The deputies swarmed the duplex along Haviland Avenue South. This is right by State Road 82. That's where they found Amadette Longin dead. We're covering the Gulf Coast in Lee County, where Isaiah Soto takes us through how this man was caught so quickly.
Family tells me Amadette Longin gave housing to the man suspected of killing her. Family tells me it was her nephew. He later tried to go to the niece's home at the duplex next to hers and tried to take her life too.
Not knowing is the hardest part, and the sheriff's department should have already told us who it is that they have in custody.
Neighbors and family of Amadette Longin finally have answers. More than 24 hours after her death, they now know who's accused of killing their loved one.
Somebody tackle him!
See deputies take down Wycliffe Longan after he tries to escape. It happened yesterday before 3 a.m. on Haviland Avenue South and 30th Street Southwest. With helicopters in the sky and deputies on the ground, they responded to a domestic disturbance. According to Sheriff Carmine Marcino, Wycliffe broke into a duplex and tried to sexually assault and strangle a woman.
This was a brutal attack. Deputies made contact with the first victim, who told them she woke up to find a suspect on top of her, strangling her. The suspect then covered her mouth and continued his efforts to choke her. She fought with everything she had to survive.
The victim barricaded herself and called 911. When deputies arrived, they found Amadette Longan dead inside the home right next to the duplex he broke into. Amadette's family says she gave him housing during a time of need. Wycliffe had been in the country more than 2 years seeking asylum from Haiti.
You see her in her driveway sometimes, but nobody ever bothered nobody. I mean, we all keep an eye out for each other here, and that's just concerning.
God willing, nothing like this happens again, and everyone can return to feeling safe.
Wycliffe is being charged with murder, attempted murder, and sexual assault. We still do not know the motive behind these attacks. Covering the Gulf Coast from LCSO headquarters, Isaiah Soto, Gulf Coast News.
Neha Gupta, come to the front door. Do it now. For U.S. Marshals, we have a warrant for your arrest. Come to the front door. Do it now.
Body cam video shows the arrest of a doctor in Oklahoma wanted for allegedly killing her daughter in Florida.
Hands! Come out! Contact on the ground. Come here.
After searching the house for about 5 minutes, U.S. Marshals found Dr. Neha Gupta hiding in a small room. She was taken into custody and extradited to Florida, where officials say she caused the death of her 4-year-old daughter, who they found in the pool of a rental home. Gupta appeared in a Miami-Dade County courtroom where the judge said there was probable cause for the charges.
The defendant, Ms. Gupta, said they had a nice dinner, put her to bed. In the meantime, when they do an autopsy, there's no food in her stomach to indicate she had that nice dinner, and her lungs were dry, indicating she did not drown.
Gupta's attorney said in court the charges are a rush to judgment. Gupta is charged with 1 count of first-degree murder and is being held without bond. For Ringside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
We're also following a developing situation from Sarasota County where an officer went from wearing a police uniform to being handcuffed and then placed behind bars.
Yeah, earlier today, former police officer Corey Waiters faced a judge for misusing flock cameras and the agency's David system. Let's bring in Fox 13's Kimberly Cruzon live outside Sarasota's county courthouse. Hi there, Kim. I know Officer Waiters was given a bond this afternoon. What else did you learn?
Yeah, Mark, he sure was. A judge gave him a bond of $5,500. And we all know that flock cameras read license plates, and they can be used to help track down criminals and even find missing persons. But they can also be misused. And this former Sarasota police officer is accused of searching one license plate more than 300 times. And Corey Waiters was at his first appearance this morning, and his attorney talked about his deep ties to the area. Now, he also comes from a family of law enforcement officers, but tonight Waiters is accused of 2 felonies and a misdemeanor for misusing flock cameras. The investigation began earlier this month when a USA Today reporter discovered Officer Waiters had searched the same license tag 355 times. That tag was not part of any active police investigation, and a local defense attorney not related to the case says this is one reason the use of flock cameras needs to be evaluated.
There's no doubt that the flock cameras can be a powerful tool for law enforcement to solve crimes, right? But I think this example is a prime example of where flock can go wrong, not just with the individual, but as we continue as a society to make decisions to give away our right to privacy in order to receive a little bit greater protection from the government. This is what we allow. With a flock camera, they can set up, determine everywhere any individual goes is where you go to church, AA meetings, who you're hanging out with, who you're socializing with, what you do for hobbies, where you go for work. Every single thing about a person, everywhere they travel, can be followed and determined.
Now, police have not said who Waiters was keeping tabs on, but clearly it was someone he was keeping tabs on. They said on one day alone, he searched the tag 121 times. And this comes after a Haines City police officer was charged last week with misusing flock cameras to track his estranged ex-wife. A police affidavit said Officer Christopher Goodson searched his ex's plate 717 times. Now, Sarasota police have not addressed if there will be additional safeguards put into place because of this. Mark?
Kim, let me ask you about these cameras. I know there's been so much controversy around them. There are people who want them to disappear altogether, but there is some good that can be done with these cameras. What more have we learned about what they're actually being used for?
Well, that is true. A lot of the law enforcement agencies talk about that. And think about just when you're on the interstate and you see those flashing billboards for silver alerts or missing children, these flock cameras can be used to help track down somebody before tragedy strikes. And think about earlier this year, flock cameras were used to help not only identify, but also track a suspect accused of killing 2 USF students. And last week, Plant City Police said that they helped make sure that a man was cleared of wrongdoing in what would have been the deaths of his wife and children.
Just a handful of cases there for sure. We hear all the time about these stolen cars and the license plates that are found because of that. So, all right, well, more to come with this for sure. Kim Cuisinart live in Sarasota. Thanks much.
This is 7 News at 6.
7 News at 6 continues with this developing story, a police chase there. Live pictures of the still very active scene. Hello and welcome, everyone. This one started in Lighthouse Point, ended in Lauderdale Lakes. Cops have 2, looking for 2 more.
Wound its way through several Broward communities. You saw it unfold right here on 7. Ralph Rayburns in Skyforce HD with the latest. Ralph.
Yeah, Belkis and Craig, one of the things we were talking about earlier was the fact that we've never seen this before, where a stolen vehicle chase ends with a bailout from one vehicle, and at least 2 of the suspects appear to get away momentarily and get into another vehicle and try to elude police. You're looking at one of the subjects there with Florida Highway Patrol and Lauderdale Lakes police officers there. A block away is another scene where the second vehicle that was stolen was bailed out of right there. It's that blue vehicle. But let's go ahead and look at some videotape. This chase starting up in Lighthouse Point about 35 minutes ago now. They put out a description of a vehicle that was stolen. It was a blue sedan with some damage to the right rear quarter panel, as you can see right there. The vehicle fled northbound, made it to I-95 and fled northbound as far north as Northwest 48th Street, north of Hillsborough Boulevard, and then made a U-turn and came southbound. At that point, Florida Highway Patrol's assistance was requested. They responded out with a number of units, and one of the PAPA units, that's one of the aviation units from Broward Sheriff's Office, also got involved there. And you can see that they were driving at a not so recklessly right here, but we did see them drive into oncoming traffic and blow through a couple of stop signs more than once. Now, what we have next, our next piece of video is going to show you the bailout of the suspects. We saw the vehicle pull into the back of a little shopping center, and the driver got out with the car still in gear. We saw 4 people exit and go running northbound through a wooded area, and they came upon an apartment complex. At least 2 of them did, and they ran inside. Now, the aviation unit stayed up overhead, and a short time later, as we look at our next piece of tape, you're going to see the 2 suspects come out of the building and get into another vehicle, this time a blue SUV. They got in and appeared that they had the keys to get in because it looked like they unlocked the door and got in, and then the police were given that information and started following this blue vehicle. They followed that vehicle as it fled out, as they bolted out of this parking lot of this apartment complex in the area of Northwest 48th Terrace and 25th Street, in that general vicinity. They went on the wrong side of the road again several times, driving into oncoming traffic through stop signs. Very dangerous situation there. Fortunately, we didn't see any other accidents or any accidents involving this in this chase. A short time later, they bailed out of the second vehicle. Look at that videotape anytime there. I think they're showing us the same one. There we go. There they go. And they were followed again by the police, including the Florida Highway Patrol units and an unmarked cruiser. The two guys bailed out. A police officer gave chase to at least one that we saw, witness. They went over several fences through the, several backyards before the people being pursued got fatigued. Let's look at the takedown of the first suspect. You're going to see that on the next piece of videotape, where he gives up and is taken down by that police officer. And then moments later, as you can see them, he gave up by putting himself on the hood of that vehicle there. The police officer got him to the ground, and then with the assistance of that Florida Highway Patrol officer, they took that one into custody. And I believe we have one more video clip we're going to show you, and this is the other suspect of the two that they were able to maintain contact with. And you're going to see him. He's face down on the ground with a canine officer and his dog right there. And then the second officer comes up and puts that suspect in cuffs here. And that happened right at Northwest 48th Terrace and 25th Street in the neighborhood. It's a very quiet residential neighborhood. Let's come back out to our live picture. We have a lot more information to get you and to sort out here as we look at the scene here. Police officers still here blocking the roadway right here at 48th Terrace. And we also have police officers over here getting ready to, well, actually, they've already put the suspect in the back of one of the police cars here. So we have two in custody, two still at large, a chase that lasts 35 minutes, two vehicles involved in this chase that were pursued, and it appears that, as we said, two in custody. That's our story here in Skyforce HD. I'm Ralph Raiden reporting live.
This could have been a head-on disaster. A driver is caught on camera crossing into oncoming traffic on Burt Store Road in Cape Coral. You can see the 4,000-pound minivan barreling towards the driver. This road has a track record. Multiple deadly crashes have put Burt Store Road in the spotlight before. We're covering the Gulf Coast and Cape Coral, where reporter Jalen Barron matched the video with the exact spot where this happened. She's hearing from drivers about the wild video.
We are here on Burt Store Road right before you enter into Lee County, and right behind me is where one driver survived a very close call. The man driving that vehicle had to swerve off the road, nearly missing a head-on collision.
Be patient, and that's all I can tell you. Just be patient. Someday it'll be all fixed, but you got to be patient on this last stretch.
That is Clay Quimby's advice to drivers living off the two-lane stretch of Burt Store Road for decades. This video of a car trying to pass someone on the two-lane stretch and nearly hit a driver head-on was no shock to Kathy Erickson either.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of deaths here, you know, and a lot of it has been head-on collisions, you know, because they're just driving too fast.
Both Quimby and Erickson want the same goal: a safer drive rather than a road they continue to avoid.
They're trying to police it and slow the traffic down, you know, and the speed limit's only 50, but we need the 4 lanes. And it's 4 lanes in Charlotte, and Lee needs to step up too.
I don't even go to the end of this road out here. I cut in and then I take the next. So I only have to watch 2 lanes of traffic rather than 2 different lanes. Mm-hmm. And that you got to, because it's insane. It really is.
Lee County commissioners approved the $3 million safety enhancements. Construction started in June and is expected to take about 9 months. People are calling for more improvements, but for now, the stretch from Delilah Drive north all the way to right here on Vincent Avenue will have 4-foot paved shoulders, updated guardrails, rumble strips, and more. Covering the Gulf Coast across Lee and Charlotte County, Jalen Barron, Gulf Coast News.